live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Log Talk
Hey there, Detroit sports fanatics. I'm Taylor Phillips, and welcome to Taylor's Detroit Sports Postgame, Sunday, April 26, 2015 at 11 p.m. Eastern. If you want to be on the show live, you can call in at 646-478-4837. That is 646-478-4837. Tell me who you are and where you're from. Also, send me a text message with your name, city, and state at 231-429-3668. That is 231-429-3668. That's the text message number. Tigers beat the Indians 8-6 in the rubber finale of the three-game series. They take 2 out of 3. They stay a half game ahead of the Kansas City Royals in the American League Central Division. Tigers are 13-6. Royals are 12-6. Indians are in last place, 6-11. Not horrible though, but they're in last place. White Sox in third with an 8-9 record, and the Twins, their upcoming opponent, at 8-10. Both the White Sox and Twins have won two straight, and so have the Tigers. Today's game, Miguel Cabrera went 3 for 4 with a 2-run home run. Kyle Lobstein got the win. Carrasco the loss. JD Martinez knocks in 2, possibly 3, gets 2 RBIs. The first running knocked in, which was not an RBI, was on a double play. The other two that he legitimately knocked in as RBIs was on the RBI double in the 5th inning. Tigers opened the scoring with 2 runs on an Ian Kinsler RBI single and a Victor Martinez RBI sacrifice fly, scoring Kinsler. Rajai Davis left the game. He took a bad step out of the batter's box on an 8th inning single and slowed up on his way to first. He left the game with a tight right groin and was lifted for pinch runner Anthony Gose. His groin is only a tight groin, so Davis is day-to-day. He will not be on the 15-day disabled list. That's good news. But Anthony is not terrible either. In fact, he's not even bad. He's good. He's a great hitter. Gose is young. He struggled at the plate last year, but he's done a lot better this year. Ryan Rayburn continued hammering Kyle Lobstein. With an RBI double. He tried to stretch it in the top of the second, making it 2-1 Detroit. He tried to stretch it to a triple. Rayburn is usually good against Kyle Lobstein. But he did. But other than that, he made a couple base running mistakes and another at bat. Ryan Rayburn hit a hard line drive, fly ball. A line drive fly ball that Jonas Cespedes had to run back and get to the wall and make a catch on and catch to take at least extra bases away from Rayburn. And check the box score here. Come on, baby. There we go. Patty Ann is commenting on my blog, on my episode in the Facebook group Detroit Sports. Lifer went to the first game in Olympia when they hung signs about the dead wings and put some red back in the pink wings. When signs were handmade and hung up with tape many moons ago. Yeah, she's talking about the Detroit Red Wings, which I will get to at the other half of the show. But she is taking me on a nice trip down memory lane. But those were like the early 80s or something like that. But those were when the Red Wings were missing the playoffs. But Ryan Rayburn went 2 for 4. Anyway, back to the Tigers game here. He only got the RBI on the double. Failed to stretch to a triple. And left two men on base. He's 385. David Murphy pinch hit for Roberto Perez and hit a home run in the ninth inning off Joaquin Soria in a save situation when the Tigers were leading 8-5. David Murphy is batting .278 overall this season, but as a pinch hitter, he's better than that. And I think the moment when Soria gave up that home run to Murphy, it was a fluke. Because Tigers fans expected Joaquin Soria to pitch yet another 1-2-3 inning, what would have been his 5th straight. Soria then walked a batter. Oh, he walked Jason Kitness in the ninth inning. Murphy hit his homer on the first pitch in the ninth inning. But Soria got Aviles and Brantley out to end the game. And Soria still picked up the save. He is now 7 of 7 in save opportunities. Even though his outing was a little bit rough, he is still a World Series closer to me. Because I think Soria knows how to nail down 1, 2, 3 innings. He knows how to throw 1, 2, 3 innings. That's how a World Series pitcher should perform. And Patty Ann, if you want to call about the Red Wings, you can call on at 646-478-4837. That is 646-478-4837. Moving on to tomorrow night in Minnesota at Target Field, Tigers at Twins. David Price will take on Tommy Malone. Price is 1-1 with a 3.28 ERA. Tommy Malone is 2-0 with a 3.38 ERA. He has done well for the Twins, but today the Tigers offense caught on a little bit of fire, scoring 8 runs after having a string of I'll get to that in a second. Rajai Davis will indeed, in fact, return to the lineup tomorrow night. Get his 3rd consecutive start in center field with Tommy Malone as a lefty on the mound. Brian Ausmus is still using the stretch to give Anthony Gose a few days to work on his swing. Miguel Cabrera has only 1 home run at Target Field over the last 2 seasons, but he batted .417, 15 for 36 with 6 RBIs in 8 games there last season. He's a career .360 hitter, 62 for 172 there at Target Field with 15 doubles, 7 homers, and 37 RBIs. Twins manager Paul Molitor said over the weekend he has considered the idea of batting Joe Mauer leadoff. Interesting that Mauer's not a leadoff hitter. But Mauer went 3 for 10 at Comerica Park earlier this month and hit .296 with a .383 on-base percentage against Detroit last year. Well, he's not just good against Detroit. He's all. The question is, why is Joe Mauer not winning championships with the Minnesota Twins? Huh? I mean, come on. Let's be honest here. Does Mauer just want to stay a Minnesota Twin all his career, or does Mauer want to win a World Series ring? Think about that. 646-478-4837 is the number to call. 231-429-3668 is the number to send me a text message. Name, city, and state, please. Tigers and Twins tomorrow night at 8:10 on Fox Sports Detroit. Or Fox Sports Detroit Plus, because the Red Wings take on the Lightning on Fox Sports Detroit in Game 6 at Joe Louis Arena at 7 o'clock. That is also on CBC. Red Wings shut out the Lightning 4-0 in Game 5 in Tampa Bay and St. Petersburg. They have a chance to close it out at Joe Louis Arena, but the last this comes to my mind here. The last time the Red Wings had a 3-2 lead going home and having a chance to clinch a series on their own home ice, they failed. They lost to the then Phoenix Coyotes, now the Arizona Coyotes. Oh, I think 4-2. I can't remember. But after that, the Red Wings crushed the Coyotes 7-1 in Glendale, Arizona, in Game 7 in the conference quarterfinal. That was when the Red Wings had Jimmy Howard in net as their number one goaltender, but this is different. They have Peter Mrazek in goal. Patty, again, now's your chance. Call on at 646-478-4837. That is 646-478-4837. We get a sip of water here for a few seconds. An interesting note here: Lightning forward Brian Boyle and defenseman Anton Stallman were with the New York Rangers last year when they trailed the Penguins 3-1 in the second round, the conference semifinals, but rallied to win that series. This preview of Game 6 on the Red Wings mobile app is written by Adam Kimmelman on Twitter. Follow him on Twitter at NHL Adam K. Well, Peter Mrazek is just a machine. I have a great feeling that he's going to keep delivering and bailing the defense out. I just hope to God that I hope to God that the Red Wings don't pull a Game 4. I want the Red Wings to pull away in the third period instead of just holding on. The Red Wings can't let the Lightning dominate all most of the game. The Red Wings have to attack more. They have to use their home ice, not be distracted by it. They have to use their home ice as a propelling energy ball inside of them, and try to come up with offensive plays that can solve Ben Bishop, the goaltender for the Lightning. I also almost forgot to mention the winner of this series will take on the Montreal Canadiens. They shut out the Ottawa Senators in Ottawa 2-0 in Game 6 to move on to the Atlantic Division Final. They will play either the Red Wings or the Lightning. Hopefully for us, it's the Red Wings. Hopefully for me, too. I'm just making sure I have all the bases covered here. I really don't want the Red Wings to lose in Game 6 when up 3-2 in any way, shape, or form. Whether they lose badly like they did when they had Jimmy Howard in net, and I don't want them to lose either like they did in Game 4 of this series. Their defensemen, all of them, have to keep blocking their shots and keep covering their defensemen all 60 minutes long, like they did in Game 5 in St. Petersburg. Just stick to your men. But I really do think, more importantly, the Red Wings have to attack more times. They have to stay on the attack for more time. They have to stay on the attack longer than the Lightning can in this upcoming game. So Peter Mrazek is trying to lengthen another shutout streak like he did through games 3 and 4. And he's been doing most of the work. He's only 23 years old, but he's playing like an NHL playoff goaltender. Mrazek should be signed to a contract nonetheless. But and I'm also looking at a possible matchup between Mrazek and Carey Price in between the pipes. Think about that. Tell me what and how you think it would be. It would be like a future fantasy goaltending matchup. Peter Mrazek versus Carey Price. Carey Price will definitely be a Vezina Trophy winner, but Peter Mrazek just might steal the show if the Red Wings appear to beat the Lightning in either 6 or 7 games. I prefer 6 games nonetheless. I still think they should have won 5 games. Game 4 was like a horrific nightmare. I'll bet it motivated them to shut them out in Game 5, and hopefully it motivates them to shut them out in Game 6. Because hopefully those Game 4 moments, Game 4 type of moments, will never, ever, ever happen again. So, Lightning at Red Wings, Game 6, 7 o'clock, Fox Sports Detroit and CNBC. I'm going to watch the game on CNBC when I get home from yoga. If I make it to yoga class. Hopefully I do. Possibly I will. But that's in Cadillac. I'm in McBain. This is where I live, McBain, Michigan. So, your thoughts on the Tigers and Red Wings thus far? Calling it 646-478-4837. That is 646-478-4837. Text message number 231-429-3668. That's 231-429-3668. Name, city, and state, please. Speaking of the Red Wings, their top farm affiliate, the AHL's Grand Rapids Griffins, are down 2-0 to the Toronto Marlies. They got whooped 7-4 in game one. They get whipped again today, 5-2. They wish they had Peter Mrazek back in GR. Grand Rapids heads home down 2-0. They could sure use a little help from their home ice crowd at Van Andel Arena, where my cousin Ed Bessemer and I went to see the Fox Sports Detroit girls on March 22nd this year, about a month ago. You can see me with Angela and Emily on one of my pictures on my episode here. This is Taylor's Detroit Sports Postgame, Sunday, April 26, 2015 at 11 p.m. Eastern. We've got 2.5 minutes left. If you still want to call in, there's only 2 minutes left. 646-478-4837. That is 646-478-4837. Or send me a text message with your name, city, and state at 231-429-3668. That's 231-429-3668. I'll leave the lines open until the show ends. Once again, that number is 646-478-4837. Or send me a text message at 231-429-3668. We got a Michigan State football update here from Bleacher Report's Team Stream app. 3-star tight end Noah Davis, 6'5", 230 pounds, announces his commitment to the Spartans for the 2016 season. That is next season. That's next year. Those are all the updates I have. That is it for Taylor's Detroit Sports Post Game, Sunday, April 26, 2015, 11 p.m. Eastern. I'll talk to you tomorrow night at 11:30. TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.